So here it is, Monday. And boy, has it been a Monday. It's been a good day. It just seems like it's been a long day. And I think that's just because, when your Monday lasts till 7:30, it's going to feel late, right? Right. Um, Sorry, I wasn't very organized or put together. I have to say this, look at this hair. I went and got a hair trim today, and the lady thought I needed to get curls. And I told her I don't do curls because it does this. See, it looks like a frizz ball. Yeah, just a frizz ball hanging out over here. I mean, it's cute when it's first done, but then by the end of the day, this is what you have. But all in all, I like the cut. So let's talk about today. And let's just have a conversation. I did get some videos recorded for the rest of this week. What I think I'm going to end up doing is 3 this week. Because if I'm talking about a topic, I kind of want it to be all together. So I think that that's the best way to do that, is just kind of put them out in the same week. So maybe it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or something like that. But just know that those recorded videos will be coming. Also, I don't know. That's the problem with recording. I don't want to just give you guys recorded material. But then, yesterday, I did 3 videos that were pretty killer, and I want them all to go out. And I think that they should stay relevant to the group or the conversation. So, yeah. I might have overdid it yesterday on the same topic, but I like what I did, so I'm not going to change it. What else is new? Oh, I almost forgot I was recording. I already took off all my jewelry because I was going to, get relaxed for the night. And then I'm like, oh yeah, you're going to record. Which William and I just talked about me recording. I don't know why I had that brain fart, but what I did. So I think what I want to talk about today is something that I've kind of touched on before, and I can't really hone into it a whole lot because there's a whole big debate or debacle about it, or, it's a big situation or a big conversation. But let's talk about weight gain. Let's talk about weight loss. Let's talk about weight, period. And let's talk about the way that it's perceived, in the way that it's looked at, and how it can affect everyday life. I happen to be working with 2 people right now that are, kind of in this limbo of weight issues or disorders. And I'll be honest, outside of having weight issues myself, it's not really my scope into the therapy world. And generally we would refer out, but because where I live, there's only one program that is amazing for weight doctors or weight therapy. And they're the only ones really that hone in on it. So, they can't go there because of their insurance. So it's my objective, my goal, to work to find other resolutions and to help them in the best way that feels supported. And then also, I just went to the doctor myself on Thursday, I believe it was, for my own follow-up. And so I'll talk a lot more about me because I can relate with myself, and I don't have to worry about giving any information out or anything like that. So, I can honestly tell you that I don't remember a time that I was ever a small girl. Going back to grade school, I don't even remember being small then. And it's something that, used to really bring me down and bring me a lot of pain and agony. And it was very frustrating. But as I've gotten older, I can now actually tell you that, I see beauty a whole different way. So when I look at myself, I don't see weight. And that's just an amazing revolution in itself. And it took a lot of years to get to that point. There's not any time that I look in the mirror and I say, you're too fat. I used to do that all the time, and I just don't now. That's not where I want to be. It's not where I'm going to let myself be. a lot of people have words or opinions or thoughts about it. And, you know, I get it. I get it. To each their own. And you think what you think, and I'll think what I think. And as long as you're happy and I'm happy, and that's all that matters. Okay. But I really don't need people to give me their opinion because it doesn't affect me. You know, like it doesn't affect me. If my mom or those that I love were saying something, I would listen. I would, you know, take advice and I would go on. A few years ago, I became insulin dependent, I guess you could say. And so I did all the things. I went to a weight doctor, not really a weight doctor. Yeah, a weight doctor. I guess that's what they're called, a weight doctor. And I seen my doctor regularly, and you know, I measured all the things. You know, was I doing my insulin right? Was I doing this right? What could we do? And it became clear to me that all I heard was eat more meals a day, less calories, and check your blood sugar and take your medicine. Like that's what I heard. And I did that, and at some point I lost quite a bit of weight, but even at that point when I had already started losing weight, I wasn't listening to them, right? I was eating what felt comfortable, what felt right, and I didn't really focus in on what doctors were saying or what my weight doctor was saying. Well, then in the last 2 years, I've started listening to that more. Like everybody's like, you need to eat this many times a day. You need to eat this and you need to eat that and do the keto diet and do this and do that. And in all reality, people, I know that that's not what I need. I need to eat what I'm eating because I'm not really a huge overeater. I'm an over snacker. I'll give you that. I like snacks. I like sweets. But as far as food, it's not like I just throw down 3 huge meals a day. And so I went to my doctor and we were talking about my insulin, and I was like, I just don't know that it's working like it did. And, you know, every day the number never gets lower, and every day, you know, it doesn't matter when I check it, it's the same. And it's discouraging because I'm so worried about a number on that insulin. And I said, I can eat 6 times a day. I can eat 1 time a day. I can eat nothing all day. Like, it's never any different. It's always this. And I can honestly tell you, I'm really addicted to caffeine right now, like the soda. Since Dr. Pepper Zero came out, it's probably worse now than it ever has been because I love Dr. Pepper, and the Dr. Pepper Zero tastes very, very close. So I think that it's like I told my doctor, I was like, everybody tells me I need to eat this, this, and this. But what really needs to happen is I need to eat when I'm hungry. Because if I have it in my head that I have to eat so many times a day, I end up making myself eat when I'm not hungry. And then I feel miserable, and then I don't want to do anything, you know? So he's like, okay. So we had probably a 30-minute conversation, and we were in agreement that, you know, my body, my choice, and I just need to make sure that I'm healthy, right? Like that my sugars are staying in line, and that I'm happy mentally, and that I'm not in some kind of state of depression or anything like that. So when I left, I felt the best I felt in a while. And then lo and behold, as soon as that happens, I came home and I drank a cup of water versus having a bottle of water. And it's just something that I really, really, really am onto right now. Like I'm back to the wanting water. Well, part of that is because he changed my medication and he added a different or increased the medication. And I think that increase is what influx that desire or need to or thought process of drinking water. Because to me, it's kind of redundant to, you know, increase my medication and do that to help with my cravings when I'm still just giving into my cravings, which is the Dr. Pepper Zero. So that's the first thing. I need to work on improving what I'm eating. Okay. Like he said, he didn't care if I fasted. He didn't care if I only ate 1 meal a day, as long as I was healthy. as long as I'm doing it right, and as long as I'm not letting myself starve or turning it into an eating disorder or having food aversions. Like, do what you need to do for you. So that's a big thing. Dang it, I yawned. I was going to try so hard not to yawn on this one. So that's a big thing. That's a big movement right there. Okay. But it's like I told him, I know that I need to get up and be active. The more active you are as a diabetic, the lower your numbers are. Okay. So if I am working out and doing all the things plus eating as I should, then my numbers generally tend to be in better situations, lower. I just don't have that energy right now. And that's horrible, I know. And I know people that work 12, 15-hour days, and I know that I did that once, but I'm getting older, and I can't do that. I can't work like I did and still have energy like I did, So I've got to make some changes, But when I'm sitting there talking to my clients this week and last week, I'm like, they're kind of explaining the same thing. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think that you guys have eating disorders. And I think we struggle with a world that expects something, and we want to set ourselves to that expectation. In reality, I don't want anybody to know me for the amount of weight I can lose. I want them to know me for me. I want them to know me for who I am. I want them to know me for the person that I am and what I believe in. I don't want them to know to know me by my weight. And it's so frustrating to me that, there's so much stigma involved around it, It's getting better. Like, it really is. Like, when Old Navy decided they were going to do everybody has a size in our store, that was great, When you see more plus size women out there doing modeling and everything like that, that's amazing. It's probably one of the best feelings ever when you have somebody that you can actually relate to. So that's good. Now, the thing with that is that in talking to clients, I've learned that a lot of it comes from our home. I don't remember my mom ever making me clean my plate. Okay. But there are families out there that believe that you have to clean every piece of food off of your plate. And again, that sets in the thought process that you are bad if you do not do that. And it creates a problem because then you become aware and you start paying attention to, whereas if you would have just ate till you were full, then you probably wouldn't be doing as much as you do when it comes to overeating. Or you have those that are like, ooh, that food's bad. Well, what that creates, if you were told that having a Snickers at 10 o'clock at night was bad but when you were younger, you probably sit in your room and binge eat Snickers now because it was something that you were told that was bad. So you had to hide it. And now that you're an adult, you can go buy it and you can hide it and nobody knows. So there's a lot of varieties with this. But I think one of the biggest things that I found differently, and this was probably my biggest challenge, was, when we go into different races and ethnicities, I can't say it, forgive me, please. But when we go into the difference there, there's a huge difference, guys. And the generational gap, now you have 50-year-olds having kids that are 10, 11, because they didn't have kids till they were 40 or so, because that's more common today. So what they know as parents is something completely different today, because today we hear more and more about, eat your fruits and vegetables. I mean, they give you a damn tray at school that looks like the dang food chart, it's posted everywhere. And we didn't have that when we were growing up. You ate till, you cleared your plate. Now, again, I don't remember that from my mom. I'm not saying that me personally, but there's a lot of families that did that. More families that I know of that did that than didn't, right? So I think my thing with that is that there's been so much involvement, so much change that it's hard to believe that we do not understand why we have this eating disorder in America. Why we have these eating problems in America. We have them because nobody talks about them. Nobody says, "Oh, man. Okay. So you eat once a day, and that's okay." Like, I've never had a doctor tell me that. Or, you know, you need to eat 6 meals a day. I've never had my mom cook for me 6 meals a day, or myself. I mean, you just don't do it. There's so many differences today. And it's hard and it causes a struggle. And I know that weight is a big ordeal. Some people think that being overweight is horrible. Some people don't have opinion about it. And some people, like myself, I don't care about the number. I care about how I feel, if I was to lose the 40 pounds that I gained during the last 2 years during COVID, would I feel better? Heck yes. Heck yes. And do I want that? Of course I do. But do I want to be down on myself until that happens? Not at all. I choose not to do that. I choose to educate myself. I choose to do what I need to do. And I choose to be happy because of who I am, not because of the number on the scale. So, a lot of people struggle with this, and there's, many things that go in with this. I mean, you have those that struggle with anorexia, bulimia, ARFID, food diversion. There's a variety of eating disorders out there. And the one thing that I will say is that it's not the easiest to talk about because it's not a common conversation. You know what I mean? It's normally a criticism and go on. And that's harsh. Nobody wants to sit there and take criticism and not have an everyday conversation. Like, if you're going to tell me that I'm overweight, I also want to hear you say that you're going to go walk with me or run with me or exercise with me or, let's cook a meal together that's healthy. Like, if you have something negative to say, incorporate that with something positive. Hey, Diane, I'm worried because you're overweight, but I would love to be able to go walk around the block with you. Okay. Then you're not just criticizing me, you're offering me support. And that is huge. That's another thing that, like, William and I have talked about here recently. I was eating merely because I was told I needed to eat, not because I was hungry, not because I was starving. I told myself I was starving because, I'm supposed to starve if I haven't ate but once a day. And so instead of saying you need to eat, ask somebody if they're hungry. Don't say you need to eat because you don't know what they need. Unless you're in their body and you're feeling what they're feeling, you don't know what they need. So ask them, hey, are you hungry? If they say, yeah, hey, you want to go eat? You want to make a sandwich? Do you want to do this? Give them suggestions and help to go with you. You know what I mean? If they say they're not hungry, just be like, okay, well, if you get hungry later, just don't forget to eat, or just say, okay, don't make it any more than what it is. So, yeah. I do have a goal to lose some weight. I'm not going to say I don't, because I do. Personal reasons that we shouldn't discuss on here. Probably not for the reasons that people think, yeah, I want to do things that I enjoy doing. But there's other benefits for me to lose weight. So, if you know somebody that's struggling with weight loss, again, just be a person for them to talk to. Be an ear, offer support, do what you can to do your part, and don't judge them. They get enough of that themselves. Generally, that they don't need anybody else's help. So, yeah. But for now, that's all I really wanted to talk about is, like, be supportive and be understanding and know that you don't know what's going on and what they've tried and what they're doing. And don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. So, that's all I got for now. So, you guys have a great rest of your week. I know I'm going to put a recorded video out for tomorrow because I have another late night. Hoping that on Wednesday I can get another recorded here where it's in the moment for day to day. This weekend I'm going to be busy too, so I won't be able to pop in on you there. But I will be back again before the week is up. So thank you guys so much for just coming and watching. Again, remember just to like and share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And thank you guys so much. Bye.